Only Donald J. Trump could take a program already implemented by the Mexican government and claim that he's responsible for it in an effort to back away from the tariffs he put in place just a couple of days ago because they tanked the market and caused even some of his closest allies to speak out against him. Hi guys, my name's Will, your favorite rural campaign and elections expert, and let's talk about it. Just a few days ago, Donald J. Trump announced that he was implementing 25% tariffs against the countries of Canada and Mexico. And in addition to that, he was going to increase tariffs against China by an additional 10%. This immediately led to an increase in food futures and a crashing of the market in futures yesterday and in actual market trading today. It also led to some of the president's closest allies in agriculture speaking out against this program. But if there's anything we know about Donald Trump, it's that he's never going to eat crow. He's never going to admit that the tariff idea was wrong, even though he's been roundly criticized for it. So what does Donald Trump do? He gets the Mexican president on the phone and asks her to agree to put troops at the southern border. And of course, the Mexican president agrees because this is something that she's already done and has already been planned for months. And like I always tell you, Back 40 followers, don't just take my word for it. Simply go out and Google President Sheinbaum's war on drugs in Mexico, and you'll find article after article that lays out the stricter and more extensive approach she's taking to fighting the drug problem in Mexico. And one of the key attributes of that program, you guessed it, increased troops in the areas that most need it. Toward the end of the Biden administration and during the early months of her first term, President Sheinbaum of Mexico sent her security advisor and thousands of Mexican troops, including special forces, into the northern areas of Mexico to fight the drug problem there. And it wasn't just a show of force. President Sheinbaum sent the largest military force into northern Mexico in the last decade, and it included heavy weaponry, special forces, and security experts at the highest levels of the Mexican government. And the program, implemented before Donald Trump even came into office, has been very successful, including the largest bust of F and H in Mexico's history. The key to this new strategy has been her security chief, Omar Garcia Harfuch, who worked with her as a policeman in Mexico City when she was the mayor there. She personally sent him to northern Mexico to oversee the operations there, which have been quite successful. But never let success stand in the way of a political moment for Donald J. Trump. And the first reaction around the world for the Mexican president being forced by Donald Trump to pull these key troops out of areas where they're doing battle against the cartels has been negative, to say the least. Let me give you an example of what we're talking about. Just imagine if the roles were reversed and in Oklahoma and Nebraska, F and H were being manufactured and being sold to Mexico. And the Mexican president was asking the United States to do something about the problem. Well, imagine if a U.S. president sent high-level troops, special forces, and heavy military equipment to the states of Oklahoma and Nebraska to take care of the problem there. And then along came the Mexican president to say, hey, all of these programs that you're doing in these states that are so successful and are working out so well, could you do us a favor and pull 30% of the troops away from that successful program and place them on the border for a political show? Imagine how an American president would respond. And now we know that later today or tomorrow, the Prime Minister of Canada is going to get on the phone with Donald Trump, and I'm sure he's learned a lesson from the President of Mexico. What can we offer Donald Trump that we're already doing that will satisfy his political desire and stop these tariffs? Maybe he'll ask Canada to make hockey the #1 sport in Canada, or perhaps he'll ask them to put sugar in their maple syrup. Either way, I'm looking forward to continued success on the part of the Trump administration. Who knows, maybe we'll hear an announcement in the next few days as to how Trump was responsible for the North winning the Civil War. Or maybe we'll hear about how Trump was responsible for the Allies winning in World War II. Either way, it looks like the Trump administration is starting over from where they left off during their last term. A blind dog chasing its tail while America watches in consternation. My name's Will. That's the news from the Back 40, and I hope you have a great day.